NX Toronis Technologies. Tango Romeo November X-Ray.
Hey guys, good morning. Dave Santarelli here, November 14th, 2019. Just opening up the markets here 2 minutes ago, and Walmart's getting a nice little pop here. Nice Q3 earnings beat up about 3%, $3.65 to $124.53. We're going to keep an eye on that for a cyclical trade into the holiday season, possibly even going with the November 29th weekly expo. Disney not doing too much here, just pulling back slightly, not too much, 0.39%. Disney, as you guys can see down here on the live news feed, we already have Disney call sweeps coming in, and you can hear them in the background here. Big call sweeps coming in, and it's rolling.
Delta India Sandy.
I'm going to be looking to make another trade on Disney as well. And it's rolling. Alrighty, guys. So first off, our Microsoft trade's doing really well this morning. Let's see. Microsoft's in a nice breakout here, 147.67 and climbing. Yes, Scott. What could I help you with? Microsoft is on a run. We are up $300 on that trade. We're already up 25% return on our Microsoft trade. We have the December 20th 145 strike. Scott, I'm not in a Cisco trade. I am looking for a hook pattern on Cisco, though. Cisco reported earnings after the bell yesterday. It had a big drop from just about $49
PRSP
all the way down to base support.
Yeah,
I think it cleared base.
5.5%.
Down to about 45.37. I'm going to be looking for a hook pattern on this. I'm going to look a little bit more into the earnings a little bit later. Disney, still a lot of call sweeps coming in, guys. You know, we got to keep an eye on Disney. Cisco, not doing anything with that yet. Disney's near the highs of the day. I'm going to come over here, guys. I'm going to pick up some Disney. I'm going to look at I'm going to go back again with the March 20th because that's going to give us time for their earnings. They have earnings. Let's take a look at this calendar because this is really important here. I want you guys to understand. Let's put in Disney in the calendar here. They just had earnings last week, a week today. Let's see their next earnings date. Next earnings date is February 3rd. And obviously they're going to be talking about the Disney. I think they're going to do great. If you want a shorter term trade, pick up the November 29th, November 22nd weekly expo. But for me, I think I'm going to pick up the March 20th and make that about a $3,000 trade.
Report out last night.
Let's take a look here. That's a big move we need for that. Even if you picked up the 145, 150 vertical spread by to open, sell to open.
CPLG.
I think Disney's going to continue to run, though. So I think a regular call would be better than going with a spread. Let's take a look, though, see what it's going for. The March 20th, let's say the 145, 150 vertical spread. That's 270 to be worth a max of 5. So that's a max net gain of 5. Divide that by 2.7. Max net return of 85.19%. So that's that. 85%, as long as it's above 150, you know, that's a long way to wait for an 85% return. As you guys know, we can make that very easily. December 20th. Now, see, this is actually pretty cheap. The December 20th 145 strike call. Look at the call volume versus the put volume here. It's unbelievable. I'm going to jump in this now. December 20th call. I'm going to pick up the 145. Better yet, we'll do the 150. That's fine with me. This looks great there as well. Pick up 10 contracts. Put it in a limit order of 365. That's fine with me. It'll fill it at whatever it sees fit there. Let's see. She's moving higher now. Let's try for 370. All right, we are in, guys. I am in 10 contracts. December 20th, Disney 150 strike call. We're in at $3.70 a contract. So that's going to be our swing trade on Disney. Now let's take a look. Microsoft still running higher here. That's looking great. Our Microsoft trade's now up 30%, up over $1,000, and that was a smaller trade. So that's looking incredible as well. Up almost 30% right now in the Microsoft trade. We're up around $700 for the day unrealized. Looking good. Disney's continuing to climb here. I like that setup. Nice breakout. Our Disney calls are now up already 3%. I already made a quick $100 gain on Disney and climbing 140. Jay, you know, Disney's one of those ones. It's a mover. You just got to jump in. You know, look at the bid, look at the ask, and you know, that's one you might want to just put in an asking price. Yeah, that's something you just have to pull the trigger on a mover like that. She's continuing to climb. I'm up $200 on the Disney trade already. I'm up over $1,000 unrealized for the day already. We got a little cold spell here in Florida. It's down in the 70s now, so overnight it was in the 60s. Pretty chilly. Got a little bit of a cold, so if you hear me sniffing a little bit, I don't know why. Disney trade's now up $300, up nearly 9% on those calls. Looking great. Just about everything on our portfolio is green today except Qualcomm. Guys, Beyond is on a nice climb here as well. Now take a look here. You're finally getting a candle above the 10 on Beyond here. So keep an eye on Beyond.
57.4% to 1.8 million.
That might be a good idea for a swing trade here. A little bit longer of a swing trade.
Also raising their stake in Goldman Sachs by 68.4%. GS.
Apple's looking great there. Nice run. AMD still on the climb. Our AMD trade's now up 40%. And let's continue to go down this watch list here and see what's going on. Our Disney trade's now up $400. We're up 11% on the Disney trade we just made, up 12% now.
China's Xi in Brazil says traditional and non-traditional security threats of a global nature are becoming more prominent. Xi says economic globalization is encountering setbacks. Says protectionism, unilateralism, differences of governance are causes for concern.
Guys, we are now up $445 on our Disney trade. Here's our Disney trade we just made. Already up 12%. And what's that? A matter of 11 minutes? And she's still climbing. We're now up $550 on our Disney trade. Still climbing.
AMD Adage Capital Partners raises stake in AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, by 26.7% to 1.3 million shares. That's Alpha Michael Delta.
Guys, our Disney trade's now up 16%. We're up about $600 on our Disney trade. Here's our Disney calls. We're now up 16.05%. Let's change that from red. I don't like red. Makes it looks like we're losing on that. So here's our Disney trade. We're up 16% and climbing on that. $595 in literally 12 minutes. Less than 12 minutes, and it's still climbing. Really great trade there. And that one's still climbing, still watching that. Disney is going to be a great trade setup. I honestly think we're going to see Disney at $200 a share by the next time it reports its earnings. We're now up. Let's see here. Here is our watch list, or I'm sorry, our portfolio for the day. We are now up $1,034 today already. Up over $1,034, still climbing and looking good. Our Disney trade up 16%, AMD's up 37%. Our other Disney trade, we have the December 20th 140 strike calls. That one's up 65%. Our Microsoft trade's up 25%. Nvidia trade, max net gains. We have the 197.50, 200 Snap vertical call spread.
Sweep in the April 20 call on Sandy November Alpha Papa.
Snap. Call sweep on Snap coming up. Snap's holding that 20. If you guys could see, this is looking great for a swing trade. So we had a climb on Snap. We got up to that 50 SMA. We pulled back to that 20, and now we're holding, and it's looking great there.
Today may push for a sale. That's LOGM, log me in. Shares of Log Me In hitting a high of 70.71.
Disney pulling back a little bit here.
Now on that activist rumor from Financial Times Deal Reporter.
Adage Capital Partners raises stake in AMD by 26.7% to 1.3 million shares.
Stake in Lyft by 25%. That's LYFT.
That's some pretty big news right there. Bill said he exited Walmart, 122, 123 vertical spread. Nice job on that one. Jay Unit says he's also up on Disney. Only one contract, though. He's up on Apple. Apple looks great. What do you have that for that, Jay? A swing trade? What do you have, the December monthly expo? Disney is looking ready for another climb over the next few weeks here. I'm going to be holding those December 20th calls on Disney. Those ones are going to have a target of around 155 to 160 for the December.
Highs now 82.08.
Beyond Meat, as I said earlier, that was starting to climb.
At Berenberg with a buy.
Disney, Kramer praises Bob Iger on historic day for Disney Plus stock, over 10 million subscribers in a short period of time. That's going to increase their revenue and overall profit with their streaming service. Let's take a look now. Bank of America downgrades Deere to neutral. John Deere, let's take a look at that, see what's going on. That Snap chart, though, I want you guys to keep an eye on Snap. Snap is looking ready for a good swing trade with at least 30 days plus till Expo. Snap's one of those ones you need longer time frame. And guys, a lot of you are asking what types of trades we're going to be doing with this trade challenge. And I want to make it clear right now. First off, we are going to be doing the trade challenge relatively soon, within the next 30 to 40 days. And it's going to be swing trades. A lot of people can't day trade. It will be a cash account. So, you're able to do some day trades if you'd like with your available cash. And it will be swing trades, and they will have longer-term expos because I do want to focus on breakout momentum, breakdown momentum, swing trades with our trade plan, and focus on the high-quality stocks, high-quality charts. Yes, Disney pulled back a little bit there. Not much, though. Really not too much. What is it? $1.50 off the highs, less than that. $1.40. Disney's the mover. That one will be back. Our Microsoft trade's now up 25%. I'm debating where I want to take in the profits on Microsoft. I mean, that one's just still climbing. It's in breakout momentum cycle and phase. We have the 10-20 cross. We have our entry and continued climb, and it's holding support at the 10 SMA as of right now in the breakout momentum cycle. So keep an eye on Microsoft, and we will keep a look at that trade. We'll be taking profits. Let me see what I want to do. December 20th. Let's take a look at the analyst expectations. So as you guys can see here, price target for Microsoft is 160.7, which is 8.81% upside from here. The high target is 170, low 155. So that one's looking great. We have the Microsoft 145 strike. So even the low side, 155, is still 5% higher from where it's at. And as you guys can see, Microsoft is looking great. So I'm going to personally make another trade on Microsoft as well. That's probably going to be a swing trade. Let me put that down here. MSFT swing. What's it at right now? Let's see. 147.66. So we're going to come back to that a little bit later and make a swing trade on that, possibly for the December at the earliest expiration. I'm going to look, though, more for like a 90-day swing trade on that, because that's something you could put a nice 10 to 20,000 in and look for that 20% return, in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to be looking at with Microsoft. That's looking great. Microsoft's a great trade setup. Even if you wanted to look at something like doing the... Let's take a look at the in-the-money vertical call spread. Buy to open, sell to open, 10 contracts. If we did decide to go with the December 20th, I would probably do something like the that's way out there, 145, 150. I might do a little bit earlier than that. Still, though, that's not bad. 270 would be worth 5. Let's see if we did something like the December 13th expo. That way we could get a little bit better of a time frame here. So 147, 148 is going for 54 cents to be worth $1. That's a max net gain of 1. Divide that by 0.54. That's an 85.19% max net gain if you're getting it at 54 cents a contract. That's not bad. 85% to be worth $1, and it's only 30 cents OTM. Disney's starting to climb again, guys. Here you go. Here's going to be that candle above that 10. If you get a candle above that 10, then we're going to be looking to take out the highs of the day again. So keep an eye on Disney. Watch for it to break that 10. If it fails at that 10, it's going to head lower. So keep an eye on that, and let's see what happens. Guys, you guys know we've been watching Ulta Beauty Supplies. Take a look now. We finally have getting a candle. You know, it's a smaller candle, but we're finally starting to get a breakout. We got the 10-20 cross. The SMAs were clustering. Now we're starting to climb. Now is the time where I feel we could get into Now's the time I feel like we could get into a nice option here for a little bit further out.
GNTX, Gentex, December 30 call sweep, Golf November Tango X-ray.
Disney's starting to climb again above that 10. Watch that candle though here for confirmation. Ulta is going to be another swing trade idea. Now see, if we were doing the trade challenge right now, I want to make you guys very aware. If we were doing the trade challenge right now, I'd be looking at an Ulta and a Microsoft. David Rains, nice to have you with us again. David, do you have a cousin or family member in here, Tim Rains? Because we also have a Tim Rains as well. Disney's still starting to climb here after that 10, 20, 50 cross. Still looking really great for the day. Our AMD trade's doing phenomenal. We're up 43% on our AMD trade. We're up 53% on our Disney December 20th 140 call. We picked up at 660. That's now at a bid of 10.00, ask of 10.2, and continuing to climb there. Matter of fact, I'm going to close the Disney call here. We have a lot of gains, quite a large gain, 53% on that. Sell to close. I'm going to lock in that one because we got a lot of trades open right now. Sell it for 10.05, place trade. That was executed. We locked in a $687.89 gain already for today. Here is our realized gain that we just closed out the Disney that we got yesterday. I'm still holding the Disney calls that we got today. But the Disney calls, we made a small Disney trade yesterday. I already picked up $700 on that. So now let's look for our next $1,000 gainer here. What can we find? Disney's still climbing. Ulta's looking good. Microsoft's looking good. Microsoft still continuing to climb there. Let's take a look at Ulta. Alrighty, so we already made a swing trade this morning on Disney. We closed out a Disney call for a nice 53% return on that. Jay, I sold the Disney trade from yesterday. The one I got today, I'm going to hold on to that one. It's just I had about $10,000 in Disney trades there, so I wanted to close up some of those profits. The new trade's about $4,000. Alrighty, so let's go down the watch list. Guys, Beyond's still climbing. Look at the chart Beyond's having today on a 1 day, 1 minute. This might be a really great day trade here. Take a look at that breakout momentum. Breakout momentum, retracement back down to that 1020. It consolidated here from the 940 candle all the way up to the 946 candle. So for 6 minutes, it consolidated, and then it broke that 10, and it continued to climb now. Now it's coming back down to that 1020 and looking for another successful bounce off of that. So keep an eye on that, and then we're going to look to see if we take out the day's highs. If we take out the day's highs, I might get a swing trade or possibly a day trade on Beyond. But as you guys know, that Beyond trade that I made a while ago, that one I took a total loss on, which I'm not happy about. I lost about $5,000 on that trade. Disney continuing to run here, continuing to climb. Our new Disney trade we just got this morning, the Disney December 20th 150 strike calls. They're currently up about 8%, about $300 on that trade that we just made. $320 gain on that trade we just made. Rarely happy with that. Nice climb, nice breakout. Just going to let that one go for now. Qualcomm here. I got to keep an eye on Qualcomm. That's at 89.65. That one's not looking that great. I might sell that Qualcomm trade today. I want to see it hold 90. I'd like to see it run up to at least 91, 92. AMD, we're up 46% on that.
Now on that headline from Bloomberg.
I really think we're going to see AMD hit $40 a share. I really think we're going to see that hit it. So if that hits $40 a share, especially with that news we just brought in and I shared in the live trade room, I just shared that AMD, where is it here? Let me scroll up in the trade room here. Adage Capital Partners raises stake in AMD Advanced Micro Devices by 26.7% to 1.3 million shares. So that's causing a nice little pop in AMD, supply and demand. We're getting a pop on AMD. And my target for AMD short term is going to be about $40 a share. So with that said, why don't we take a look at the November 29th, give it a couple of weeks for Expo, and let's take a look at some basics here. So if we pick up the 38, even if we pick up the 37 strike at theoretically 1.61. If we wanted to pick up the 38 strike, we could get that at around 1.07. So $107 a contract, that's not bad. Even if you just got 5 contracts for around $550, that's not bad at all there. So 550, and if we got up to 40, these are going to be worth $2. So 2 divide that by 1.06, 2 divide that by 1.06, and that's a return of 88.68%, which is really great for regular calls. Now, if we wanted to do a lower risk in the money vertical bull call spread, we could take a look and possibly pick up the December 20th, and we could do something like the 37-38 vertical bull call spread, and that's only going for 52 cents. 52 cents to be worth $1. That's a max net return of 1. Divide that by 0.52. That's a 92.31% max net gain with that vertical bull call spread for the December 20th Expo on AMD. So that's looking really good. I might pick up that. 10 contracts, $520. Not bad. $520 could be worth $1,000 on December 20th as long as AMD is at or above $38 a share. So I want you to keep that in mind. She's coming down to the 10 there. She just came down to the 10. She's breaking higher now. She's at new all-time highs right now. Looking great. And continuing its climb, continuing its breakout momentum. We're now up about $1,500 for the day. Looking great. AMD trade soaring, up 45% on that. Our Microsoft trades up $500 for today, up $1,200 unrealized. Let's take a look at Microsoft and see that breakout coming along there. Nice candle above previous candle's body, continuing to break out. We're at new day's high as of right now and continuing to climb, 148 a share. And my target on this short term, probably by tomorrow, maybe 150 a share by tomorrow. It might pin there. So if we wanted to do something, I know I don't teach this strategy much to you guys because to do a butterfly, a call fly it's called, you know, you're going to have to be a little bit experienced as of what you're doing. So even if you wanted to pick up the December or the November 15th, let's take a look at the, let's say the 140. 148, 150.
Shares have locked me in, up more than 3%.
149,
now,
150. No, I can't do that.
On that report from Deal Reporter.
See, it's not letting me do that. So let's go out a little bit more here. November 22nd. You know, it's not letting me do that. Not let me. I think it's gonna pin right around 150. I was gonna do a call fly like the 148, 150, 152 call fly, but it's not letting me have that option there. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I'm gonna lock in some profits on AMD for now. You know, we could re-enter, sell to close.
OBCI, Ocean Biochem, reporting 12 cents on sales of 12.5 million. That's Oscar Bravo.
I just exited out of AMD. I locked in a profit on that, and we are now up a total of. All right, we're only 30 minutes into the day. We're already up $1,517.48 realized gain. What else do I want to lock in? I'll lock in Microsoft for right now, and then I'll utilize that for something else. Sell to close. Let's try to sell it at 4.5. Am I going to get that? 4.45. Sell to close. Place trade. That was just executed as well. That has just closed. So we were up $1,517.48. Now let's take a look. And right now we are currently up for the day $2,417.04. That's today's realized gain. And that's with our Disney. That's with Disney, AMD, and Microsoft. So we closed out our trades on Disney, AMD, Microsoft, and we now have a realized profit today within 30 minutes of the day, $2,417.04. It's nice to lock in those profits and manage your other trades because we had a lot of open trades at the moment, so it's nice to go in, clear those out, lock in those profits, and move on to the next trade. As you guys can see here, Microsoft option alert. This Friday, the 145 strike call, 990 contracts at $2.90. So 990, multiply that by 290, and that is let's see here. That's a $287,000 trade.
Inochi and Bioscience is hitting a high.
Uber owes New Jersey $650 million in taxes. Guys, take a look here. Qualcomm option alert, 90 strike call, 627 contracts at 60 cents a contract. 627, multiply that by 60. That's a $37,620 trade on Qualcomm.
An agreement for a purchase of 10.
Let's take a look at the Qualcomm chart here, because I still have the Qualcomm spread open that I'm going to have to get rid of. But she is climbing. We got our first candles. As you guys can see, this is breakdown momentum phase. So we're currently, if you're taking a look at the 6-month daily, we're at the breakout momentum cycle. You know, we're in the breakout momentum cycle. But in the phase, which is within the cycle, we're in breakdown momentum today. And as you guys can see, here's the breakdown momentum phase, right? Now here is the profit taking when they're buying the puts. They're taking the profits, and then we're tracing back up to that 20. When we get up to that 20, we're failing because 20 is acting as resistance. And as you guys can see, we're riding along the 20 SMA, got back up to that 20, and then we failed, and we entered back into breakdown momentum. So here's breakdown momentum, profit taking, consolidation, breakdown momentum, consolidation, profit taking. Now we're getting a sign that we're reversing. You can see the 1020 cross coming up, the MACD cross, and everything's looking good. We have our first candle above the 1020 SMA for the day on Qualcomm, so I'm going to be looking at that. We're down about 65 cents on the day for Qualcomm, 0.72%. So we could look at something like a call or an in-the-money vertical bull call spread for this week's or going out to December 20th monthly expo. So keep an eye on that. That's looking great. Our Disney trade's still up 7% right now. Looking for our next trades here. All right, so what I'm going to do as well here, I'm going to lock in our Nvidia trade. Let's see, order status. I have our Nvidia trade open. I have an order at 240. She's at 208 right now. We have the 197.50 $2 vertical bull call spread. I don't see why it's at $1.75 for tomorrow's expo. Let me see. Is she reporting earnings? Nvidia has earnings after the bell today, guys. This is a big one. Nvidia earnings after the bell. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to lock in these profits on Nvidia. We have, let's try to see if I can get 1.80 for that. 1.80, submit. Let's see if that fills. Pending, live, and it has not executed yet. The status on that is still live. Let's change that again right here. So here is the order entry, and she's at $1.80. She's still live, though, if you take a look here. Here is the order status above here. So the order status is shown live. If I just click to change it, here's the change, $1.77.5. So let's see if we can get $1.75, which we definitely will. Let's see, one more cent, $1.76. Submit, place order, and that's still live. It's live. Still not executing. When it's completed, you'll see green. It'll say completed. So let's change that one more time. I just want to be out of that. I'm definitely going to be making an earnings trade, though, on Nvidia. Don't get me wrong about that. Let's change that. Let's change it down to 175. Submit. And let's lock in those profits as well. Pending, live. Still live. Still not executing there. Change. All right, 173, that should do it. Pending, completed. There we go. That order was just completed, and now we have locked in further additional profits. Before we were up a total of $2,417.04. Now let's take a look and see where we're up. So right now for the day, we're up $2,814.08. Not bad. Not a bad start to the day. It's only a half hour in. Where else can you work a half hour and make $2,800? Love this job. All right, and if we wanted to lock in additional profits, we have our Disney calls now that are up $300. We could have locked that in if we wanted to, but I have the December 20th Expo 150 strike call. I'm going to hold those for a little bit here. Disney, I want to see if that could retest the day's high. Qualcomm still running, guys. If we want, we can make a day trade or an overnight trade on Qualcomm.
That's Whiskey Michael.
Now, remember, Nvidia is reporting after the bell, so Qualcomm could be a good piggyback trade off of that. Walmart, optional or 125 strike calls coming in, 1,605 contracts at 29 cents a contract, 1605, multiply that by 29 cents, and we're looking at a $46,545 trade on Microsoft, or I'm sorry, for Walmart for the Friday Expo 125 strike. So keep that in mind. I'm going to write that down here on my watch list as well. WMT, DIS for swing, and then we were talking about Ulta as well here. We're going to keep an eye on Ulta today too. So the main stocks we're going to focus on today are Walmart, Disney, Microsoft, Ulta, and Qualcomm. There's the 5 stocks. And make sure you guys are writing that down. Put that on your watch list. Qualcomm, QCOM, Walmart, WMT, Disney, DIS, Ulta, ULTA, and Microsoft, MSFT. So those are the stocks we're looking at. Disney's continuing to climb here. We have another big breakout coming. We're up $500 now on our Disney calls. We just got 13% gain. And we could further lock in another $500 on top of the $2,800 that we just had, because here's what we have on Disney right now that's unrealized that we just made like minutes ago. So our Disney trade's currently up. Here's the profit and loss unrealized, and then here's the profit and loss unrealized as of right now. So we're up $469.84, up 12.68%, and we just made this trade. We paid $3.70 a contract, so $370 for a single contract. $370, multiply that by 10, it's a $3,700 trade. That $3,700 is now worth $4,175. Over to the right here, you can see Disney is still climbing, and it's just breaching resistance, which is at the day's high for right now. So keep an eye on that, and let's keep it going. Is anyone going to be trading Nvidia today? Nvidia earnings. Guys, our Disney trade still continuing to climb here. We're now up $550 on our Disney trade. Our Disney calls, as you can see here, profit and loss now up 14.7, about 15% gain on our Disney calls, and we're up $550 unrealized for those Disney. And again, that Disney is the December 20th, 2019 150 strike calls, and they're continuing to climb.
At 10:30, natural gas
Disney
storage,
just hit new days highs, all-time highs today,
45 BCF
and she's continuing to run there.
Consensus.
Now, guys, here we go. We got a nice wedge coming up here. We got resistance of the 50 SMA coming up on Qualcomm. If we could break that resistance at that 50, red 50 SMA here, then we can expect a continued climb. And I'd be looking at 90.40 all the way up to 90.5 as a target resistance area for target profit taking. Disney, huge spike on Disney. Wow, we're now up $700. We're up 20% on our Disney calls already. That was a big trade, and they are doing phenomenally well. Our Disney calls have been great. Jay, he must be up 400 to 500% on those Disney calls, and really happy you guys are getting in those and following along here. Once I heard, and you guys remember, we were doing the live video, and I said, guys, they just said that Disney streaming service, 10 million subscribers. I think it was on Friday, though, last Friday when I first announced it on the video. And now we're up, wow, we're up 21% on our Disney calls, up $800 already. That's incredible. We just made $800 while sitting here twiddling our thumbs watching Disney calls. That's amazing, amazing. Now, what do? Do I want to lock that in or do I want to hold it? We already have a 21% return on Disney, and we just made this 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes, we're already up $800. So that was at $450. Maybe I'll sell it at $470. That'll lock in $1,000 net profit for the day. So if I do that, and guys, tomorrow too, you know, she might get up to, I think 150 is a good area. Let's see, what do I want to do with our Disney? Solid close. Let's see, 4.3. Let's see if we could get 4.3. Let's see what she's going to do there. She's pulling back more here. Let me just see if I could sell it for 4.2. I'm happy with those profits or big gains. That just closed. We locked in that Disney trade. I'm going to make another Disney trade, but man, when you got profits like this, you can't hold back. All right, now let's see what we're up now for the day, guys. So right now, we are currently up $3,303.64 realized gain for today. We made $3,300 in a half hour. That's incredible. And we're managing our trades, and we're watching now for some other setups. I got to make some time here to trade some of Sophia's account. Let me pull up E-Trade here on the other screen. I want to share with you guys the thingamabobber there. What do you call it? The gains and losses for the day. What did I just do here? See, I like sharing this screen because then you guys can get a better feel of what we're doing and how things are set up. So here we go. Here's today's trades. 11/14/2019 at 11/14. These are the realized gains we made from our trades today. So total realized gain today, $3,303.64. Okay, now let's take a look. Here's our symbols, the stocks we did. Here's the opening transaction. Here's the closing transaction. Here's the date, price, and the amount that we opened and sold it at. Here's the date, price, amount, and then here's the realized gain or loss for each of those trades. Total commissions, we only paid $86.36. Thankfully, they got 0 commissions on options. So, as you can see, our AMD trade, right? We entered at 2.06. We sold it at 2.90, right? So that's a realized profit.
Secretary of State Pompeo says coalition against Islamic State members must take back foreign terrorist fighters in custody and hold them accountable.
Okay, so 2.9. Let's do our profit on each of these. 2.9, divide that by 2.06. That's a 40. .78.
Pompeo urges Islamic State coalition to step up funding to restore essential services and infrastructure in Iraq
Disney
and North.
This
East
trade
Syria.
here, 10.05. Divide that by 6.6, and we made a 52.27% on that. Next Disney trade, I think these are all combined here. It's 3.7, yeah, so we'll combine these. These are all same trade. Sold at 420, and we entered at 3.7. So 4.2, divide that by 3.7. That's a 13.51%. And I'm doing this for a reason, which we're going to go over here in a moment. So this is the same thing. This is all one trade here. With Microsoft, we had 10 contracts. So we were in at $3.54. We were out at $4.45. So 4.45, divide that by 3.54. That's a realized profit of 25.71. Nvidia trade, we had a spread on that. So let's see, what do we open it at? 11.07 minus 9.52. So that's 1.55 entry. And then we closed it at 14 0.09 minus 12.36, and we close at $1.73. So $1.73, 1.73, divide that by 1.55. That's a net gain of 11.61. And guys, the reason why I'm doing this now Great. So we had a realized profit of $3,303.64. That was an incredible day. So guys, take a look here. So as you can see, each of our trades here, we're going from about 11.61 all the way up to about a 52% gain. So when you're looking, and look at these entries. So you're looking at the times you're entering. The earliest we entered was on the 11th for the Nvidia. So today's the 14th. So in just 2 weeks. Now, if we didn't have that one, the other one's just in 3 days, from the 11th to the 14th. And some of them were yesterday. But
TOPS,
literally within a
chips,
couple of days, we made $3,300 following our trade plan and knowing what we're doing. New 52-week highs on AMD. AMD still continuing to climb here.
That is in a 13G filing for TOPS.
AMD still continuing to climb there. What a nice run. Disney, we sold Disney, locked in those profits. So happy. We retraced. We pulled back down to that 50. Excellent timing on that. That's incredible. So guys, this is what we're doing. We're not, see, the reason why so many people fail at trading, they looking at that 52% return and they say, oh, wow, look at that Disney chart. She's still going. She's still running. And then they say, I'm going to keep holding it, keep holding it. And then what happens? They hold overnight. It has a retracement. It pulls back to those SMAs, the 1020 SMA, and then those profits that they had are vanished. So it's good to always be locking in those profits and lock in those realized gains. That's how you're going to grow your account if you're locking in gains. If you're holding, you're not going to be doing that. So Disney retraces back down to the 50 over here on the right, you can see, and she's starting to get another pop there. Let me save this chart here.
Top Chips announced on November 7th, securities purchase agreement with institutional investors at $2 per share. So that was part of the offering. Fed Chair Powell says U.S. trade tensions have contributed to manufacturing recession this year. Says U.S. will ultimately have to get on a sustainable debt path.
Guys, AMD is still running. I'm going to look for another AMD trade. AMD's having a nice breakout.
Coming up in 10 minutes, natural gas storage. A build of 45 BCF is expected.
December 20th. I'm looking at a call spread for AMD here. 38.39. Guys, this is a really nice setup here. The 38.39 vertical spread for a 45 cent. Net debit 0.45. So it's going to be $1 to be worth 45 cents, or I'm sorry, 45 cents to be worth $1. 1, divide that by 0.45. That's a max net return of 122.22%. So that's not bad. Even if you pick it up at 46 cents, 1 divide that by 0.46. That's a max net return of 117.39%. Love that. It looks great. I'm going to enter into a small trade on that for now. Let's see what we could do here.
Powell says the economic effects of tariffs are not currently that large in context of the whole U.S. economy. NEWM and GCI, New Media and Gannett announced shareholder approvals of the merger agreement. That's GCI and NEWM.
So the max net return, I'm in the trade room right now. So if you guys aren't members, you want to sign up, go to www.thesantarelliexchange.com and sign up there. I'm going in the trade room right now. I'm giving you guys that trade on AMD in there and max net return on that. Let's see, 1 divide that by 0.46, 0.46. So that's a max net gain of 117.39%. with AMD at or above 39 a share on December 20th Expo. Okay, so if you have a cash account and you can't, oh, that's a good idea. You're not going to be able to do spreads with a cash account. I got to think about what I want to do with that trade challenge because spreads are such easy money if you're getting them at the right time and if you manage them properly. So, J Unit asks, Dave, if we have a cash account, what can we do instead of the spread? So instead of the spread, if you're looking at something, I'd be looking at the, let's see here, either the 38 or the 39 call for the December. Now, if you're going with a regular call, look at that pullback on Disney, guys. Now, that's what makes me proud. When we took profits near the day's high, locked in those profits, and now we're seeing that retracement. Because you know what? Now she's in BDM. You have that 1020 cross, the MACD cross. She's now breaking lower and heading down for the day, down 26 cents, 0.17% for the day. And that's incredible how we're able to go in there and take those profits. AMD, here we go, guys. Take a look at this. J, Advanced Micro Devices optional or January 17th 40 strike call sweep near the bid of 680 contracts at $1.79. So 680 multiply that by 179. That's a $121,720 trade they just made on AMD. All right, guys, take a look now what's coming in. We got some call sweeps coming in on target. So we're just starting now the cyclical holiday trend. Also down here, you see there's more pickups here on the AMD. AMD January 17th 40 call sweep. Up here, January 17th, 35 call sweep. So they're picking up the 35s and the 40 strike calls. Look at all the AMD coming in, guys. Here's more. AMD, January 17th, 40 call sweep. 1,033 at 176. These are some larger trades coming in. Let's see, 2,600, multiply that by 176. Literally a $500,000 trade was just made on AMD. That's continuing to run here. Look at AMD. It just retraced back down to that 10 SMA right now, and it's continuing to climb higher here. Just like here, the breakout momentum, it came back down to that 20 SMA, and she broke out. Came down to that 10, broke higher. Came down to the 20, it consolidated for a bit, and now it's breaking higher. Just came down to that 20 again. Now it's going to look take out today's highs and continue to climb. Disney's also picking up from the lows there at 148.25 base support right there. And then we have further support. That's not base. That's support number one. Base support for the day is going to be right around 147.50. AMD new highs again. That's continuing to climb there. So AMD, I'm going to look at something for a swing trade overnight. I want to make something small. You know, so let me see if I could do something small on AMD. 38 strike, 50 cents. Maybe I could pick up something here. That's 38. What about the 38.50? I just want something small here to play around with. Let's see. I just made a small little $270 trade on AMD for tomorrow's expo. Just something to play around with for a day trade there. Oh, guys, speaking of which, Nvidia is coming up with earnings after the bell today. It's not even an hour into the day, so nice. J Unit says in at $1.78, gotta follow that big money. Absolutely, I totally agree with you on that. I'd pick up the January monthly expo just to be on the safe side, though. Here we go, guys. Cisco update. KeyBank maintains overweight on Cisco's lower target at $52 a share. Notes major headline was broad-based weakening on demand, inclusive of enterprise commercial, that led to significant setback in guidance of F2Q20 at 5 to 3% negative versus consensus of 2.4+%. So that's why they're doing a downgrade there on Cisco. Cisco also notes, while macro appears increasingly unsettled, core thesis drivers are trending in the right direction. Walmart, here's more call sweeps coming up. December 20th, 125 call sweep. Let's take a look at Walmart. That's going to be a good holiday cyclical trend. We're just starting the holiday cyclical trend, guys, and some of these stocks are starting to break higher, including Walmart and Target. Let's take a look at those quick. WMT and TGT. Let's take a look. WMT, Walmart to the left, Target on the right. Now, see, here's what's going on with E-Trade. E-Trade's not working that great right now. I just put in Target. It's not bringing in the target price. Just put in Facebook. It's not bringing up Facebook. It's still showing Disney here. This is what I mean. You're trading a lot of money, and you're trying to run a business here, and the E-Trade Pro platform just isn't working properly. Anyone else having problems with E-Trade Pro platform? I can't stand that. I can't stand how a billion-dollar company can have problems like this.
Infrastructure could be very helpful for the U.S. economy.
And it's definitely not my internet. My internet is plenty fast. As you guys can see here, 280 Mbps and rising. 300 megabytes a second. 307 Mbps download. Upload is even faster. Almost 1 gigabyte a second. So, you know, it's not the internet, because that's something they try to say, oh, well, it must be your internet. You know, and look at the internet speed here. I have my internet's $200 a month. I have the best of everything for trading. It's my work, that's my business. So, you know, that upsets me when you get a platform like this and it just, nothing comes up. So I'm going to have to reset this, guys. I'm going to reset this, and I'll be back in the trade room with you guys. We already did our thing for the day. We did our deeds. We looked great. More call alerts, call sweeps coming in. Bank of America. Walmart, though, is looking great. I really want to get into a Walmart trade.
Lima, India, Victor, November.
Walmart's retracing here if we're looking at the 6-month daily, 122.70 up $1.75, 1.43% for the day. So once that finishes pulling back, and I take a look at the 1 minute, 1 day chart, and I see that nice cross, the 1020 cross, first candle is above the 1020.50 SMA, I might enter into a swing trade on that. And Gay says, I can't get filled on AMD with E-Trade no matter what price I put in, Dave. And Gay, what are you buying there? I could possibly help you out, unless it's E-Trade Pro that's messed up. I would call them and say, hey, we're live with Santarelli Trading Exchange, and we have it all recorded. The platform isn't working. What can you do for me? I'm not able to get into that trade. A lot of times, you know, I've had them say, hey, here's $500 for your inconvenience if you're an active trader. They do that sometimes. But like I said, there's nothing that should, you know, your lawyers, if you actually had a trade you were trying to close, if you guys remember Ed Artico, remember the Uber driver that came in, took a class, and he made some great money, and he's also a real estate agent as well. But I remember he was in my office trading, and he was trying to close a trade, and he had a cash account, and they said, oh, you can't sell it because that would make you a pattern day trader. And I said, no, you have a cash account. And the guy didn't know what the heck he was talking about.
Whether
So
I
it was
am-
all recorded. So we asked for a supervisor. I was on the phone then. I said, Ed, let me talk to them because they're trying to pull over a quick one on you there. And I talked to them, and they said, hey, we're going to go back listen to the conversation
Natural
because
gas
they
storage
recorded it.
to build a
And they went
PVC
back, they
versus
listened to it. They said, you know what,
45
you're right. We
expected.
told you had a pattern day trading restriction, which you didn't. You had a cash account.
Natural
It was
gas.
our problem, and they ended up
Future
giving them some
sticking
money
to
for
bar.
that mistake there. So they do they do pay up for their mistakes they make, as long as it's something they could look at and see they made a mistake on. So don't be afraid to call them and ask them.
Fed's Powell
Qualcomm
says
up
Fed is doing
$90. Still
forensic
not
work
doing
to
too much
understand
yet.
Liquidity issues in the repo market.
Ulta trade, guys. I'm really thinking about doing an Ulta trade sometime today. A swing trade on Ulta. I love trading live with you guys here like this, especially when you guys are communicating back and forth like this, like we are. I love it. Let me see if there's anything on the live video. Let's see. J Unit. Oh, nice. There's a chat here too. Mark Ludman. Good morning. Skyjack. Morning. J Unit. The calls are cheaper than the spread for 150 call.
ENDP, Endo.
Guys, if you guys like these live trading, please give these videos a like. Give it a like. That means a lot to me.
November Delta Papa.
That pushes me to do this more with you guys. So please, on YouTube, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. If you're not yet a member, go to www.thesantarelliexchange.com and sign up using promo code TRADER or Trade Live, whatever the promo code is out there at the time. Nice climb here on Ulta. Let's see if we could get that candle above the 10-20-50 SMA for an entry. We could look into a swing trade. 245.50 is the day's resistance, and target resistance number 1 for Ulta if you're entering into a day trade. So that's still plenty of room to run there. $2 to that resistance area. Let's take a look at the Ulta option chain. Ulta, I'd go with something like the December 20th minimum. That's quite expensive there. They must have earnings coming up. They must have earnings coming up. That's quite a bit of money. Let's take a look. ULTA. Guys, someone remind me about Nvidia earnings after the bell today. I definitely want to make a Nvidia trade. So, Ulta has earnings on December 5th. So that's why those options are so expensive. Once you become a trader, and you're trading for a while like me, when you look at that option chain and you see those prices, when something doesn't look right. And something didn't look right there, so I said, you know what, it must have earnings sometime from now until December 20th. We just took a look and we saw that it does have earnings on the 5th. So Target, trade alert, Friday, 110 put sweep, 747 contracts, 34 cents. It's not much. Bank of America, a lot of call sweeps coming in. It looks like they're doing a straddle there with Bank of America. Straddle or strangle there. Looking great today, guys. I'm going to look at this other.
There is nothing in today's.
I'm going to look at this other site here, and I want to see what's going on. If there's any other stocks, any other setups on the screeners. And please, guys, any questions, feel free to ask either on the chat on YouTube or in the live trade room at www.santarelliexchange.com. Go in there, ask questions, anything you want to go over. If you have any trades you want me to analyze, I'd be happy to do that. Look at the charts and share some chart pictures with you in the trade room. So please, let me know. I'm going to look at this other screen here. I'm going to put this on mute for a second, and I'm going to look for some other setups for us. Powell said jobs report was really solid. Guys, look at that. That's beauty right here. Not a single loser out of all these trades. Now, we did have our fair share of losers, but this is what we're focused on. Following the trade plan, looking for those beautiful swing trade setups. Guys, I'm going to shut down the platform here and reopen it. So I'm going to cut the video now 10 minutes before 11. I'm going to meet you guys in the trade room. Nvidia, they're picking up the Nvidia put sweep here, 200 strike put sweep for tomorrow's expo. Microsoft, as you can see, 148 calls, 500 of them, 93 cents, 1,000 at $2.93. So that's about a $300,000 trade for the March 20th 135 strike puts. Anyway, I'm going to close this out, reopen it, and end this live feed, and I will see you guys in the trade room. See you there, guys. I hope you're having a great day. And again, if anyone is interested in signing up, go to www.thesantarelliexchange.com and use promo code TRADER or TRADE LIVE, and I will see you in the trade room. Take care, guys, and God bless.